Hi, I'm Marty Morrissey and you're watching Cavan TV.
I'm Willie John McBride and you're watching Cavan TV.
I'm Martin McHugh and you're watching Cavan TV.
I'm Tommy Bowe and you're watching Cavan TV.
I'm Jim McGuinness and you're watching All About Sport.
I'm Carl Lacey and you're watching All About Sport.
I'm Colin McFadden and you're watching All About Sport.
I'm Paddy McBurty and you're watching All About Sport.
Good evening and welcome to All About Sport, live from the Top of Town studios in Conley Street, Cavan. Each week we will include a wide variety of sport from all around County Cavan, and if you'd like your sport featured on the show, simply contact drumlinmedia@gmail.com. This week I am joined by Dara Holland, who is going to tell us all about Dutchy's Fitness, which is right here in Cavan Town. But before we speak to Dara, we're going to go straight to a video just to give you a taste of what Dutchy's Fitness is all about. So I think we're just having a little technical problem there. We'll have that come to you now just in a couple of minutes. Yeah, and here it is now.
Thanks for checking out Dutchy's Fitness. We're based here in the Clogan Business Park out the Ballinar Road, just beside Cool Kids there, just a couple of minutes outside Cavan Town. We have 17 classes a week, morning and evening, so you just, if you want to check the timetable, just see which classes suit your schedule, and the first class is free as well, so just pop in anytime you can and just get you started, see what you think. The class is only 45 minutes long and you only need to attend really 3 times a week. For 6 or 8 weeks you'll start to notice great benefits, and then obviously taking it from there you'll get better benefits as you go. If you could get to 4 or 5 classes, then you'll really be getting really great results in a short amount of time. We basically try and focus on 2 major things. Number 1 is getting results and just making sure we can do whatever we can to make sure our members get the results they deserve, and second thing is just trying to have fun doing so. So try not to have it being boring or monotonous or anything like that. So we make sure to change up the workouts every day. There's different workouts, different ways of doing things, and it just adds a variety. We also do a boxing class once a week, every Wednesday, which everybody really loves, and it means that you don't get bored, you never know what's going to be on any given night, and it kind of adds to the crack as well. There's always a great atmosphere in the class, everyone gets on well, and there's a bit of crack, so you will actually look forward to it and start to get to know people as well. As you'll see in these wee clips we'll be showing now, there's no treadmills, no cross trainers, no dopey little lab gadgets or any of that crack. We just concentrate on good, proper, functional movement that'll get you results, and will also help you be fit and strong and in everyday life. So it's not just about being thin and being a rag of bones, not fit to do anything. You will actually be fit to get out and about in everyday life and be able to, survive and thrive, as I say. You'll also notice in the video that we have people of all ages, shapes and sizes. So we have people very, very unfit that haven't done anything in years or if ever, and they've came in, they've eased themselves in, they've done a wee bit more each week, and they managed to get fit. We've also had, young fellas playing football and things like that have come in and have found the class very good and have got them fitter. So no matter what age range you're at or fitness level, you will be you will be able to do something, and you will improve your fitness, and that's really what it's all about.
Yes, so you've just been watching Dara Holland, who is the master behind Dutchy's Fitness here in Cavan, and he joins me now here in the studio. You're very welcome, Dara. Thanks a million for coming in, and to kind of give us a little bit more information about Dutchy's Fitness. I've been hearing so much about Dutchy's Fitness around Cavan and seeing different advertisements, so I really wanted to meet the man himself. Brian, you're a Monaghan man from Clonus.
Yeah.
And, Dara, sorry, what did I say, Brian? So, Dara, what made you, decide to start up Dutchy's Fitness here in Cavan?
Well, just for a couple of years after college, I was working in the gym and that, and taking my own classes there in Clonus. And I just kind of realised, just from kind of reading up and studying, that, people don't get the results they need or the results they want from the gym and that, so what else can you do? And, also, I wanted to run my own business and kind of be my own boss and all that sort of crack. So, just kind of got looking about and just built up to it. And my class in Clonus in the gym were great learning curve, and I was doing courses and that, and eventually just opened up and worked from there then.
I was kind of a little concerned when, you opted to go with Cavan as opposed to Monaghan. Is there more unfit people, do you think, in Cavan?
No, not a bit. It's just kind of the way it worked out between one thing and another.
I suppose it's important to point out, Dara, you have very strong background in sports science. You've studied, you have a degree and done lots of courses. That's important. Really for people who are watching this who want somebody who's really professional and really knows what they're talking about.
So as well as courses, you get a lot from read. You have to study a lot of books and just kind of reading up on it, and kind of go over to the UK for a few courses and things like that. So you have to kind of keep on top of it. There's a lot to it behind, and you just have to keep at it. But luckily enough, when you enjoy it and you're passionate about it, it's easy done.
Yeah. Where did the name Dutchy's Fitness come from? It's quite catchy actually, but I did wonder.
Yeah, a lot of people wonder. So it's just my surname's Holland, so I've been called Dutchy kind of since I can remember. So I just had to call it something. So I went with Dutchy's Fitness. Did the job.
Probably we'll grab everyone on probably a little more than just Dara's Fitness.
Yeah. I don't know.
We have lots of other videos to show our viewers tonight, but tell us a little bit, one thing that kind of grabbed me from your website. It says, do you want to finally start losing weight, the unwanted weight, increase your energy and gain more confidence in just 7 days? How all the gyms and everyone around is saying, come to us, we can, help you lose weight. But how is your gym and your classes, how do they differ from all the other kind of gyms and different things that's going on?
Well, I suppose the standout difference would be most gyms are open all day, and people can come and go. So people are going into gyms, they don't really have a clue what they're doing, they don't know how to use the machines, they don't know how to do anything, they're not sure on how to right technique and all this sort of stuff. So the difference is we're closed most of the time. We're only open for the 21 hours that the class go ahead, and then maybe if we book in personal training or semi-private. But so we only go 45 minutes, so you have someone there pushing you the whole time, and you have a structure to it, so you'll move about and do different exercises, and you'll have someone showing you exactly the technique. And we always try, we do a wee one-to-one with anybody before the start if they want to.
So for example, if I head into you tomorrow and I say, right, Dara, I need to I want to get fit, or I want to change my approach and my how I eat and everything, you have all that catered for. So you're not just a week getting the fitness, but you're also the most important part is the healthy eating, I suppose, to go with it.
Well, it's all about your health. It's people get obsessed with being thin and the scale's not, but a lot of people are thin but they're not healthy, and people get confused with that. So
that's very important actually to mention. A lot of people who are slim think, And when you go to these classes, sure, what are you don't? You don't need to be here. So you're already slim, but it's to improve, I suppose, your energy levels and.
Well, that's why you'd be talking about energy and confidence. Because a lot of people, because they're thin, but they're still not healthy and they're low energy and they're not really kind of with it or whatever. But once they kind of get a few good workouts, proper like resistance and high intensity, they find they're sleeping better. They've just more energy. They feel more confident, and that's why people enjoy it. And it's working well. If you were to come tomorrow, we'd schedule you in for a 1-to-1 and kind of go over nutrition and kind of talk about a lot of foods kind of they're supposed to be healthy but they're really not. So you kind of just explain that sort of stuff. Just show you then some of the training, some of the exercise we do it and why you do it and why it works. Just so you know why you're doing it. That we're not just doing it for the sake of it kind of thing. So and then we'd take it from there.
That sounds really good. So it's very personal and you can get that kind of 1-to-1 as well, which is great. You have programs specifically for men and women, but we're going to just show a little clip here where it's a little some exercises for women here. So just take a look at this. So that's great. Dara, so, for example, if, I went in and let's say my level of fitness is, not very good, you've other people in the class who are maybe, have a better level of fitness. How do you cater for like a big group? You left there tonight, you had about 40?
We had 44 there.
44.
Just in the class, 4 just left, yeah.
So is everyone doing circuits, doing something different at each group, or how does it?
Yeah, well, the way we structure it, we always change the structure like in the way we do it, but tonight we had basically we exercise going on and you kind of move people within that then different times, and then you do some body weight like group exercise together, so the instructor stand up and show them. But basically if we're going 40, let's say 40 seconds, if someone's kind of going way, or they're very fit and they've been coming a while, if you're doing, let's say, press-ups, that person should be banging out 30, 40 good press-ups or whatever, where someone that's just starting out you'd just be trying to make sure they kind of get the technique right. They might only do 2 or 3, but try and do them well and just try and build up their confidence and just try and explain to them, what they should be doing, and just work from there.
So I suppose it's important as well, people who are just starting, that they don't kind of get injured or people maybe come to you with injuries or
Yeah, well, that can be a big problem, like, because if your friends maybe been going for the last 2 months and then you go in with her, you want to keep up with her.
Yeah.
So you always have to say to people, just take a wee breather, just relax and just kind of focus on the technique, because the technique's very important. If people generally go into classes or exercise and they bull into it, but really if they slow things down and kind of get the technique and do it right, that's how they get the benefits and not get injured. Yeah,
we have just some of the success stories, and let's read this one out here. I wasn't totally prepared to be a guinea pig for Dara. Well, Dara, guinea pigs, eh?
Yeah,
but I thought, how hard could it be for 7 days? So I went out and bought the ingredients and vitamins. My husband even joined me on this programme. Well, the short story is that it worked. I lost 8 pounds over the 7 days, lost the bloated feeling I had beforehand, and lost 2 inches off my back, 3 inches off my waist and 1 inch off my hip. So I'm a very happy bunny. I thought the eating plan was very varied and easy to do, especially the soups and stir fries. You have to do the exercises, and I would totally recommend anybody do this plan. So the results are amazing. It's kickstarted me into exercising and eating properly again. So thank you, Dara. And that was Valerie, receptionist from Clonus. So she seemed very happy with the results, and nothing better when you do start to see results. You did say, Dara, I was asking you about, do you do weigh-ins, but you were saying you don't focus on that, and kind of give us the reasons why, I suppose.
I used to kind of do a few weigh-ins in Clonus there after class, and really you don't want to be focusing on the weight. It's kind of it's putting a lot of pressure on people. And basically, especially one class we did with the weigh-ins, one girl came in and she was doing really well, and she was looking well and toning up and all that, but then she weighed herself and there was nothing off the scales, and she was really mad and all, so had to try and tell her to calm down and all, and just realised,
you've built some, so it's more muscle. She's just kind of toned up, she's lost inches on her clothes, she's a lot fitter, she's a lot healthier, she's going in the right direction, everything's good, but because the scales haven't moved, she's ripping. So, and again, some TV shows, they do a lot of weigh-ins and it's all about the weight, and it's kind of giving a negative kind of image out there that people should be aspiring, that's all about the scales, when really it's not. You really should be going. You can measure things by your inches. If you find your trousers are a lot looser and things like that, then you're going in the right direction. Exactly.
If you have more energy and you're feeling fit, then it's all good.
That's really, actually, that's a great thing to point out. And I think women as well get quite obsessive with the scales.
Well, I've had a few debates with members to want us to do weigh-ins, and they'd only giant, but I've had to you have to stand your ground and just say, look, you really don't want to be going that direction, So. But eventually,
trust you and just
if you get them going for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, they start to trust you then.
Tell us about the 80-20 rule. You said it's really critical for long-term success. So how did that work for?
So kind of when people are starting off, most people, the reason most people are out of shape and unfit is because they maybe have 20% good habits, but then they've 80% bad habits. They're eating crap. They're not exercising enough. So if you can just kind of flip that as best you can and get 80% good habits where you're exercising, a couple of days a week, you're getting good workouts in, you're eating right and all that, and then maybe the other 20%, maybe you're having a few wee treats or a few drinks the weekend or whatever. If everybody was doing it that way, the place would be everyone would be a lot fitter, a lot healthier, a lot happier, but
I hope our backroom team's listening to this, because Dara, very naughty boys back in the backroom team, having chips every Wednesday night. It's not good. We can smell the lingering smell of fried food. So, it's very hard for, I'm trying to stick to fit and healthiness, but it's very difficult. I'm up against a challenge every Wednesday. This is my night of weakness. We're going to go to another video here, and this is, sorry, what one is this again, Dave? Female strength workout 2. great stuff there. The boys are getting very motivated in the back room. I think they're going to be joining one of your classes some night. So we'll just have we'll talk a little bit about times and details. So where can people find you? Actually, we never discussed that, Darren. That's very important.
Well, I suppose online, like we've the website, just dutchysfitness.com, and then Facebook, just type Dutchy's Fitness in the search box, or if you type Dutchy's Fitness in the YouTube, there's a lot more videos there, explain different things, and then our actual business then is out in the Clogan Business Park.
So just out the Ballinar Road.
Out the Ballinar Road side, cool kids there just around the corner.
So you know, as I suppose you can see from the videos, lots of space, and so you're well equipped to take on big numbers as well. So
yeah.
And the more the merrier, isn't it? Really
for
so you're open Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You're open all week, basically.
Yeah.
So you've got each Monday and Wednesday you've 4 classes a day, Tuesday and Thursday 4 classes, and then Friday 3, and then Saturday morning. So it's great for people who want to kind of get a good start to the weekend. Do you take all the classes, Dara? Do you have who else?
No, we have 2 trainers as well, like Stephen and Inga. So they're very good trainers, and they kind of get on well, and they so we divide the classes up. When I started off for the first maybe 4-6 months, I was taking all the classes myself, like, and it's a bit much, and your voice is kind of goes.
That's it, because you're trying to, I suppose, kind of motivate everybody, and
it's tight to kind of take care of everything with the business, like, so it's good to kind of take the pressure off, and everyone likes their workouts as well, so it allows me more time to maybe concentrate on the kind of like the YouTube videos and stuff like that to just kind of help people more.
Something else that so I suppose if anybody wants to check out Dutchy's Fitness, you just put it in dutchysfitness.com. So put into Google www.dutchys, and it's DUTCHYS, dutchysfitness.com, and you'll get all the details there about membership options, and we'll not go into that now because we'll be here till 8 o'clock, and we wouldn't want Paul Cox to miss the show, but really, really good value, 21 sessions a week, so unlimited access, so people can come to all them sessions. Something else that grabbed me was, lose 7 pounds and get loads more energy in only 7 days. So, tell us about that, how I can lose 7 pounds in 7 days.
Well, that's actually the programme.
By staying healthy, I suppose, at the same time. Yeah,
that's the programme Valerie done. I've kind of done a couple of day kind of programmes myself and just kind of studying it just to kind of figure it out. And we just want to try and give something to our members to really kind of get the better results. So some of them programmes are out there that are maybe 19, 21 days. Sometimes people are intimidated by the fact that it's so long, the 3 weeks, and people have a social schedule to keep up with and whatnot. So we thought we'd go 7 days and just maybe try and give them a wee kickstart. And we do different types of like foods that maybe people wouldn't be eating, and just different ways of doing it, so that just to try and open people's minds to it. So if they don't stick to the diet at that intensity, they can still maybe learn things from it that they'll be able to take with them, and just improve their general health. You're not, if the weight depends on how much kind of weight you've put on, but even if you're making much weight to lose, but it's just good to get healthy eating and just to clean the system, and people feel much better for it.
So it's kind of cleanse system, so it's like a program for health and nutrition as well. Is it anything based on, they're saying that when the Muslims fast for, is it Ramadan, that is it anything based on that, the way they fast all day and they eat at certain times?
Well, actually one of the YouTube videos I done was kind of on a book that talks about that, but it's just like intermittent fasting now is kind of becoming very popular in kind of the health world, fitness world, whatever way you want to put it.
Buzzword, is it, at the minute?
It's a buzzword, but no,
new craze.
It definitely works, and it's definitely effective, and a lot of nutritionists or certain people are dead against it because it's kind of going against what they've kind of been used to or whatever, but there's a lot of science to back it up, and there's definitely a lot of kind of stories for people to back it up, and basically there are times you need to give the body a bit of a rest. The liver has to continue to kind of process all this stuff if you're eating small enough, and so you want to give it a bit of a break, a bit of a rest, and there's a load of other benefits of it, but obviously you can't be, if you have any like eating disorders or anything, you wouldn't want to be kind of going here, but it's just another way of doing it, and it's probably it'll take off more in the next couple of years.
I suppose if anyone wants to kind of get more information about that, that's on the website, and it's great. The website's great, lots of detail, and it's great for anyone who really wants to find out a lot more. But you've done a lot of research, and you know, you really know what you're talking about. So I suppose, you know, anyone who's interested, I suppose, can put their faith in you, Dara, and they'll be in good hands.
Yeah, so again, on the website, you know, you have the success stories there, so we've plenty of members that have got the results, so, you know, you'll always have cynics and whatnot, so you have to kind of let people know that. So.
We're going to go to... this is the number one video, is it? This is the get a six pack. So Dave's favourite video. We'll have a look at this one.
Yo, the White House is an Aztec temple. Tectonic plates shifting, the maps are reassembled. Islamic states persist, white, Latin, and black kinfolk become a cosmic race and made it a fast tempo. Gas exhausted, lack of resources to tap into. Chinese rockets blasting the orbit and the world is half Hindu. If you in the way, you better move out of it quickly. Some peep the planet by 2050. The cosmic ooze where you spew from's the truth serum. The vocals of the audio to this primordial soup kitchen. The chef is Gordon Ramsay. The poor worse off than orphan Annie's. Housing is war torn like Ford Apache and our Porsches. Gutted these coffers at Morgan Stanley. These corporations still outsourcing, you understand me? Son, if you in the way, you better move out of it quickly. Yeah, peep the planet by 2050. The world look anorexic through the nanotechnology. Small enough to fit in your hands, the new Anno Domini. So do the math, and you could do the Deuteronomy. The naked truth of root and the bliss of your nudist colony. The rude awakening, roof is caving in, make you lose your home or move into a safety bin, a Superdome stadium. If you in the way, you better move out of it quickly. Some peep the planet by 2050. They play the eminent domain game with much legal aid. Sophisticated racism based on your DNA through biometric scans. Splice genetic strands, once hypothetic plans. Deny rights to every man. The president put in NAFTA, more Mexicans than NASA. Meaning mind intelligence, speaking more disaster. 2012 economic recession. Money the root of all evil and demonic possession. I'm trying to stop Nostradamus.
So would you do that kind of like abs workout in the classes with everyone, some of them, or are they more with the personalised training?
You do some of them exercises, but again, you know, you wouldn't really be doing a lot of those workouts with kind of average kind of clients. That'd be kind of more advanced stuff there, because you know, most people just need to kind of get stuck into the workouts, the basic workouts, kind of the press, or squats and all that, and maybe get their diet sorted, and then once you get your diet and all in order and your training, then maybe you kind of do that stuff then.
Another thing actually we should really mention is you obviously you do the group sessions, but you are a personal trainer, and I know lots of people who would love to have a personal trainer, and you know, no one ever knows, you know, where to go or who to get. So you know, tell us about your, you know, your personal training. Do you find it's really taken off? A lot of people who just like that one-to-one or small groups.
The classes would probably be the most popular, like us. But the personal training's good if people are maybe very overweight and they're a bit intimidated by the classes or they've never exercised. You try to maybe do a bit of personal training, and then it's also good at the other end of the spectrum, I suppose, for maybe lads playing football or boys that really want to kind of bulk up, things like that. You might do the personal training with them, but most people would still get the results they want from the classes, so we tend to put them into the classes, you know, because it just works out better for them, you know.
So when you do this personal training, do you actually go knocking someone's door and say, right, up, come on, let's
go?
No,
none of that. We hold it all in the facility, and we hold everything from there, and they come in, and we just kind of a couple of sessions maybe just to see what kind of level they're at. And it is maybe the best way to do it, but it's just not ideal for everybody, you know, because you can tailor towards their level, you know. You can ease it back if they're really struggling, or push it on. You know,
so you can tell your friends there is a personal trainer in town if you need some motivation, or you need somebody and you want to spend more time with Dara, then you know, check him out for personal training. Dara, tell us a little bit about some of the meals and food that you'd recommend people to eat. And you know, you mentioned a lot about, you know, nutrients and the protein and veg and probiotics and all that. So kind of tell us a little bit more about, you know, what you'd recommend for our viewers, what they could do to maybe alter their diet.
Yeah, again, so you just want to be kind of looking at just basically clean eating, you know. It's you just anything, basically. There was a quote at the weekend, what was it, just like if it swam in the sea or flew in the air or grew out of the ground, you can eat it, you know. It's kind of basically talking about caveman. There's another things, caveman diet. Anything that has like 2, 3, 4 ingredients, anything like that, or even ideally 1 ingredient, but anything like that's okay. But most of the like health food or low calorie and all this kind of crap, if you look at the back, there'll be like 20, 30 ingredients in it. So that's not healthy. And if you just follow those guidelines, you know, the less ingredients the better, you know, you're going like that. And then obviously a lot of people don't drink enough water. You know, you want to be drinking about a litre of water.
I'm definitely
per
a culprit for that.
Kilo. Yeah, so a litre of water per 25 kilo of your body weight, and you know, it just helps to flush the body out. You know.
Yeah. It's hard to. I find the difficulty with trying to drink enough water in a day. I'm just like, it just doesn't happen. I keep saying I'll drink more today.
Yeah, all these habits, you know, you want to get them as
young
as possible, and just kind of, you know, you get used to them. But it's just a matter of getting used to it, you know.
Exactly. So, I mean, you were saying then about. I suppose, like, with so many advertisements on telly, and I suppose this generation as well, and our generation is completely, I suppose, kind of. You know, all the advertisements were Bird's Eye and all this kind of processed food. It's really hard. We need to kind of educate our children and educate people that there is better foods out there. Go back to, like, I suppose, the chicken itself.
Well, that's it. And like, there's so much marketing out there. Like, you're kind of fighting a losing battle. You know, you're really up against it because these companies are just spending so much money. Like, it's tough going, kind of. But you just have to try and explain to people, you know, what it's about, and, you know, people need to realise that the reason they feel like crap and they're feeling bloated and things like that, you know, there's a reason for everything, like, and it's because they're eating those foods, and
they're probably full of salt, and I mean, the same might be low in fat, as you were saying earlier, but it's going to have something else.
Well, it's going to have something else. It's going to have chemicals and all this thing that leave you bloated. And even as Valerie was saying in that kind of testimonial, you know, if you're you're eating clean, the bloatedness comes away from the stomach and all that, and you just feel more energetic. And it's, you know, it's just the way to go, like, and you will find in the next couple of years kind of caveman style eating will probably, you know, it'll kind of come around.
Yeah, we're all going back that way anyway.
It goes all full circle.
Yeah, exactly. Dara, it's been wonderful talking to you, and thank you so much for coming in and sharing, you know, everything about Dutchy's fitness, and I wish you the best of luck and hope it's, you know, it's successful year for you, and you get lots of more customers, lots more people needing to get fit. Thank you very much, Sarah. So that brings to an end All About Sport for this week, and I will be back again next Wednesday evening at the same time. So if you want your sport featured on the programme, send an email to drumlinmedia@gmail.com, or simply just leave us a comment or a message on our Facebook page. All About Sport was produced by Brian Daly and Michael Goldrick, and the show was directed by the gorgeous and quiet man backstage, back in the back rooms, David Van Standen. Next up is our weekly music show, The Green Room, with the gorgeous Paul Cox. So until next Wednesday at 7, it's goodbye from me, Louise O'Reilly.